What could possibly go wrong? Well, my name is Karen Spafford-Fitz. I'm the author of 6 books for kids and teens, and I decided to call this session, What Could Possibly Go Wrong? Because that's a question that I ask myself quite a lot when I'm writing my books. And I ask that question because for every story that you write, whether you're writing a story for your teacher, for in your class, or you're just enjoying writing your own stories, that's a really important question. And I think it's a good one because it can help you build a lot of cool twists and turns into your story, help you create the kind of story that other people really want to read because they want to see, there's something about seeing characters get in trouble in our books and finding out how they solve their problems that really makes people want to keep reading. And when I decided to have this discussion with you today, I decided that I would use my newest book, Taking the Lead, as an example. And Taking the Lead is a book that I wrote for kids who are 9 to about 13 or 14 years old. And I asked myself that question, what could possibly go wrong? And my main character, or my protagonist, is a boy named Jonas, and Jonas is a member of the school track team. He loves running track. It's actually his very favorite thing to do. He's a great, great runner. But of course, I needed to get Jonas in trouble. And so I did. And in fact, I had quite a lot of things go wrong for Jonas. At his first track meet, things didn't go quite like he wanted. And so I had him uh, have a little bit of a meltdown, and then there was a fight at school afterward because he and some of his teammates weren't agreeing about what had happened. I also had Jonas end up in the principal's office. I had his coach angry at him. I had the principal angry with him. Even though the principal later gives Jonas an opportunity to earn his way back on the track team, which he really badly wants, um, I didn't make it easy for him. I made it really hard. I gave him a lot more problems. I layered on more problems for poor Jonas. And so Jonas learns that he can earn his way back onto the track team if he coaches another boy as a runner. And the thing is with Jonas, he really likes to sprint. He likes those short distances on the track. But I put him in a situation where he doesn't get to work on his favorite race distances. He has to train a boy to run 5 kilometers, which is not a distance Jonas ever runs. And the other thing is the boy who he has to train or coach for this 5 kilometer run is a boy who is completely vision impaired, has some physical challenges. So there's certain special circumstances that they have to work around there. And also, I could have made the boys really, really click, really like each other right from the get-go, but they can't stand each other. And they just took this instant dislike to each other, but they've got to work around it. Otherwise, Jonas will not get back on the track team. So a lot of things go wrong for Jonas, and I like to build that into my stories because I think it's really fun then, as I said, for the readers to sit back and watch this story unfold and find out how the protagonist or that main character solves all of those problems when things go wrong for them. So here is my challenge now to you. I want you to think about a character who you'd like to write about. Maybe it's a character who shares some of the same hobbies that you have in common. I wrote about Jonas being a runner because I really like running. And so think about a character who you would like to write about, and then ask yourself that question: what could possibly go wrong? And as you're writing your story, make sure that a lot of things do go wrong for your character. Make your character suffer. And that sounds like such a mean thing to say. And I'm not trying to be mean here, but when we write our stories, as I said, we need a whole lot of problems. We need to see our characters suffer. So this is the one time that you're allowed to be kind of mean when you're writing these stories. So what I'd like you to do is take that character whose story you would like to write about and get them in all kinds of trouble. Think about all of the problems that they might have. For example, if they're trying to rescue their pet baby goat, what could possibly go wrong? If they're trying to end the zombie apocalypse, what sort of things could go wrong there? If they're trying to find the missing gemstone or something really valuable to them, what could possibly go wrong? So I hope that you will accept that challenge, that you'll think about that character whose story you would most like to write, and that you'll get them in lots of trouble by asking that important question, what could possibly go wrong? And I'll close at this point by also thanking the Young Alberta Book Society, who invited me to offer you this session on their YouTube channel. It has been so much fun. Go have fun with your stories, and what could possibly go wrong?